Did I find a diamond in the rough? Could this Texas Distillery have a whiskey of the year contender? I've seen a few great reviews out there recently, so I felt it was time to jump in and I'll give you my honest opinion. Let's go. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. Today I'm looking at a possible hidden gem, Rebecca Creek Double Barrel Spanish Oak. Rebecca Creek did something different when they aged this in Spanish oak. Let me pour some of this out to breathe before we start getting into more details. So my buddy Lokhtar had an interesting story. He was told that the double barrel Spanish oak was an accident. Yes, an accident, but a lucky accident. They ordered American oak barrels and got Spanish oak instead. This mistake was not noticed until they pulled some bourbon to sample and it was darker than usual.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
They didn't know what was going on and they even thought about throwing it away, but instead they tested it and then they decided to finish it in some American oak. Now, this is a limited release and there's a huge possibility that they will not be making any more. So let's see, is this worth the hunt? Is it worth getting on your shelves? I know Trash Pilot Troy would say it's not worth it, but I also want to let you be the judge of that. So because I'm doing a review, I will be giving away samples, so stay tuned to find out how you could possibly win a sample of this. If you're liking these videos, please click that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell. I'm getting closer and closer to 2,222 subs, and I will be doing an insane giveaway when I hit that. You won't want to miss it.
This is insane.
Rebecca Creek Double Barrel Spanish Oak. Classification: Bourbon Whiskey. Distillery: sourced from MGP. Release date: 2024. Proof: 124 proof, making it 62% ABV. Age: up to 4 years in Spanish oak plus another 2 years in American oak. Finish: Spanish oak and American oak. Mashbill: 75% yellow corn, 21% rye, 4% 2-row malted barley. MSRP on this bad boy, $55. Whenever I do a review, I use a scoring system of 1 to 10 on aroma, flavors, complexity, mouthfeel, finish, and of course, would I buy again? So let's get into this one. I always like to look at the color, and this is a nice dark, this is a nice dark color. It is dark, dark, dark. And for something that's only about 6 years old, that's a nice dark color. I already smell the aroma in the air with me spilling that little bit. The color's nice and dark, and if you look at it, it does cling nicely. It takes a while to build up those legs, and they run kind of slow, so it's got some good viscosity. But let's get into this. Aroma. For being, a lower proof, it does have a nice little burn on the nose as you first start it, but not overly. It's a lot of richness. There's a lot like a pecan, spicy rye to this. It's not overpowering, but it's there and I enjoy it. So for the aroma, I'm actually gonna give this a 6. Fun part, it's going for the initial taste, the flavors. This is my first drink of the night, and that was a little bit spicy going in. Initially, spice, flavors coating my tongue. I like that. It's a little bit like nutty, a little bit like a roasted nuttiness.
These nuts roasted on an open fire.
Hint of a coffee, which I'm not crazy about coffee, but it's such a small hint. It is actually pretty good, and I'm liking that. So for initial flavors, I'm gonna give this a 6 as well. Second drink, complexity. How does this evolve in the tongue? Now that was my first drink of the night, so this should be very useful to do the second one now that my tongue's kind of acclimated a little bit. Definitely a lot more of that oakiness up front. I like the way that I get the tip, middle, and then back. There is like a corn. You do, most of the time I don't taste the corn in a bourbon, but it does have like a little bit of a light corn, almost like a popcorn.
Popcorn?
But very, very light on the front. It gets spicy from the front, a little bit in the middle, and I'm actually getting a little bit of a Texas hug in the back on this one. There is an evolution through this that is nice. It is a little complex, but the back of it kind of goes away a little bit quickly. There is some like dark notes to this, a dark cherry, and even a hint of like dark chocolate in the back with a little bit of that coffee still coming through. I'm still getting that coffee flavor. So for complexity, I'm gonna give this a 6.5. Now, mouthfeel, that thickness and viscosity, it's stuck to the glass pretty well. So let's see how it sticks to the whole mouth. Wow, even on the third drink, that spiciness is still there up front. It is a little bit spicy, A lot of times as you go through these and you start drinking, the spiciness tends to go away, but no, I'm still getting that spiciness on the tip of my tongue. Now on that one, I did have a little bit of caramel. I'm gonna say this sticks very well to the tip and to the middle of the tongue.
Me? I don't know what you're talking about.
On the back of the tongue and into the throat, it kind of goes away quickly, but I still have that Texas hug in the back. It covers pretty much my whole tongue. The roof of my mouth is fine, the sides of my cheeks are fine, so it pretty much sticks to the front and the middle tongue. So for mouthfeel, decent thickness, some viscosity, and it does stay to the front, but I'm gonna give that a 5. Finish. Let's talk about how long it stays. Still that spiciness in the tip of the tongue, even through all those drinks. That dark chocolate is there, that oak is there, that coffee is there. As I was saying earlier, it stays very well on the tip and the mid tongue. The back of the throat, it goes away pretty quickly. Doesn't really cover the top or anything else, but the finish is still there. So the finish is long, that spice seems to stay there, so that just keeps there. And as the chocolate, a little bit of caramel and the coffee start going away. Overall, it does have a nice finish. It's just a little bit spicy. So if you're not really liking spices, this might not be the right one for you.
It's spicy!
So for finish, I'm gonna give that a 5.5. Last, would I buy this again? At about $55 to $60, I like it. I think it has a lot of different flavors. I think that it was a good mistake, and that, you know, getting to try something different, because I've never had a Spanish oak before, and this is the first time. I don't know if that's what's adding a lot of the spiciness. It kind of reminds me of a rye in that aspect, and I'm more of a bourbon guy, but I do like ryes now. And at that price and at being a limited release, I would buy again. So for what I buy again at $55, I'm gonna give that a 7. I added it all up, and what I got was 36 out of 60. I think that's a pretty good score for this. It is a Texas whiskey, but it is not a certified Texas whiskey because it's MGP, but it's a good MGP. I like that they have a little story, how there was a little bit of mistake. Kind of reminds me of Burr Rise, and I really dig Burr Rise. So I like this one. I think it's something that's worth trying to find for that price, because, you know, there's so many whiskeys out there that are so much more. It does have a little bit of heat to it, and it's one of those things. I think you know, the first drink might be a little bit hot for somebody, but
Gonna get hot in here!
as you start going through it, it kind of mellows and you kind of taste it, even though you still, as I said, you still have that spice throughout. The flavors are good, they stick on, and I still have a little bit of the flavor on my tongue right now, so I do like that. So I want to talk about how you can win a sample of this Rebecca Creek Double Barrel Spanish Oak. First of all, if you have not done it, click on the like button for me. It really does help. Also in the comments below, let me know your favorite double barrel whiskey. It could be a double oak, it could be a double oak, it could be, you know, a finished barrel. Let me know what is your favorite. Also, make sure to add in the comments below hashtag Spanish Oak. I will do a giveaway as soon as I can, but I never want to give a time frame, because with life, I just never know when that's gonna happen. Well, my friends, thank you for joining me again on another journey down my rabbit hole. To our next journey, cheers.